Yeah, it's Coriander Society Adventures. Hi, everybody. Hi, we're here now. Matt, how you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Pods, what's up?
I'm not chilling.
Oh, why not?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it's good to have contrast. We got the red only, blue only thing going on. When last we left our heroes in Coriander Society Adventures, our dimension hopping, genre swapping, 5th edition Amazing Adventures campaign, our heroes, John Carmichael and Asena, were in the astral plane, having narrowly escaped the clutches of the aforementioned eponymous Coriander Society, which was attempting to bring John into custody for stuff. They think he's bad. And they think Asena's his accomplice, probably. I don't know. It hasn't been revealed yet. You haven't talked to them about it. But you got away, because Asena can cheat when it comes to using portals. She can, whenever you go in a portal, she can be like, nope, I'm going to the astral instead. She got away with John. They found their magic rock that they always go to, Rocco, which is their beacon and their vessel whenever they're in the astral plane. And they were flying along, minding their own business, when an angel, a freaking solar, appeared and said, I have detected evil on your person. What's going on? They had a conversation. They told Oriel the Solar, hey, we're trying to save the multiverse from dying. And Oriel said, oh shit, that's pretty important. I guess I can help out and not kill you. Tell you what, do these things, live a good life, and I'll give you angel powers. That is where we left off. Did I miss any important details?
The wisdom of heaven. That's the only thing pending.
Cool. Yes. One of the gifts that Oriel offered you in the short term was that he would invoke the commune spell to call out the powers of Celestia and help them answer any questions they might have. High-level divination magic.
Ooh.
And so we left our heroes pondering this.
Oh, man.
What?
I could be a total dick right now. Remember that question I asked you about the other day about the cat?
Yeah?
No.
I could ask you for real, like right now, and you have to figure something out.
Come at me. Come at me. Bring it.
That's what you want to use a question for?
What? Absolutely not. I said I could be a dick. I didn't say I would be a dick.
I mean, I think your dickish status is neither here nor there, and if you want these celestial powers, you'll work on it. But nonetheless, the wisdom of the heavens. What do you want?
Just give us a moment, host of High Heaven. We'll be just a moment. Okay, so, Asena, just to clarify, we probably want to figure out why the society's after us, right? Or at least see if they're tracking us, stuff like that. Or is there anything cosmically about the universe you wanted answered right now?
Oh, well, that's a big question. So, I think the little question would be good.
Okay, well, hey, Oriel, how many questions do we get again?
5.
Okay, how about this? I take 2, you take 2, and then we'll just kind of toss the coin for the other
What
one.
if I can't come up with 2 once it's my turn for the 2?
Well, then maybe, I don't know, cheat. Ask me in my brain and I can feed you something. I don't know. Or just anything. You can ask what day it is. I don't know. Something silly.
You can't just waste a question like that.
I mean, normally I would agree with you, but honestly, I've spent so much time planning my life and look where it's gotten me. Whereas you seem to kind of, do things and they happen. So maybe you'll ask the most important question we'll ever need and you'll never know it.
I don't count on it, but sure.
All right. All right, Oriel, we are ready.
Oriel puts his palms together, closes his eyes, and when they open again, they blaze with a different light. Ask.
Is the Coriander Society currently tracking John Carmichael or Asena?
John Carmichael.
Okay. Will the Coriander...
I thought he could only answer in yes or no answers.
Can you please stop butting in on what the angel's willing to tell us?
Oh, sorry.
Will the Coriander Society assist John Carmichael in recovering the pieces of core and safely sealing them away again?
The task is theirs. Assistance is questionable.
Okay. Your turn, Asena.
So, is he like know the future or something?
Depends. It's the host of heaven.
Mr. Oriel, sir. Do you know if we're gonna get our gear back? The stolen gear? The ones that got stolen from us?
That answer lies with you.
Okay, I don't know what he meant.
It's okay. Try again.
What does that mean? The answer lies with me.
I think he means only you can prevent forest fires.
Left to its own devices? No. With your action, perhaps.
Oh, I think he's saying we should steal it back.
That's what it seems like. What would your last question be?
That one didn't count as my last question, right?
Well, that one just didn't.
It kind of sounded like you were asking a question, so I counted that as your other question. So
Wait, you could hear me in my head?
Oh, if you're not talking to me, I'll shut up.
Yeah, but out of our mental conversation.
Apologies.
I didn't know angels could be in here.
It's understandable, don't worry. Oh, yeah. I mean, they're goody-goodies, but they can technically go invisible and peek at us in the shower if they wanted to, so, you know. Who
What?
knows? I'm not saying they are, I'm just saying they could. They're angels, who knows?
I don't think I have any more questions.
Well, I've got plenty, so step aside, dragon of the astral sea. All right. Does the Coriander Society know what happened to John Carmichael leading up to and after he went missing following the infiltration of the attack, the Pack Malefic against Earth, particularly in Chicago?
No.
Oh, that's good to know.
That's good, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they knew and still were going like this, that would be, you know, bad. That was 3, right? No, wait, hold on. No. That wasn't you. Looks like Asena, that was 3, right?
Mine was the third one.
Yeah, I thought I have that as your 5th question.
Mine could have counted as 2.
It does, because you asked for clarification afterwards. But
Oh, in the brain. She asked for clarification in the brain. You weren't supposed to be looking in on that.
But nonetheless, somebody played the Asena Dragon of Zolquia card, also known as the cut the and tell us what we want to know card.
Ooh.
Meaning that you immediately gain a critical piece of information from someone or something who's holding out on you. That's a free pass.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay, so we have that one. We have that one. We have that one. So are you saying we only have one more?
By my calculations, you now have one more question. But it's a special Dragon of Zolquia question.
Okay. Well,
because you asked if they're tracking John or Asena. Answer was John. You asked if they would help you. The answer was the task is theirs. Assistance is questionable. Asena asked if you were going to get your gear back. I answered another question from her about what does that actually mean. And then you asked if the society knew what happened.
Well, yeah, you're right. Okay,
but you
cool.
get a Dragon of Zolquia card, so it's, you know, Mr. Angel, cut and tell us what we want to know.
Here, hold on. I need to hold on a moment. Just a moment here, big bad voodoo DM person.
Hey, you've got like an intelligence of 20, so if you need to take a moment to represent your amazing brain, go for it.
Yes, please. Thank you. So I take it we did that one? Yeah, we did. Okay. So
It has to be a Asena question.
Doesn't have to be, but it could be. It should be.
Asena has to ask the question, but she can get notes cribbed from somebody else if she wants. Technically, I think the card says that the party gains that information. So, yeah, the party gains it. So Asena doesn't have to ask it, and it doesn't have to be about her past, anything like that.
All right. Oh, well, that's pretty good too.
Are you passing notes?
What? Absolutely not.
That's completely allowed. All right, that's always been allowed.
Get out of our brains!
Since chat played the card, we have to. We're changing the question to an Asena question because it sounds
Okay.
like it should be.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Okay. Wait. Okay, John, I'm kind of nervous. Do I have to? Should I just ask him to like explain, or it has to be like a question, like a?
I think that Oriel wants to help us, so I think they're willing to bend the rules as long as we ask the right questions. So if you've got something that you want to maybe get a more direct answer to, this would be a good time.
Okay. Mr. Oriel, and our last and final question, we would like to know more about the drawing in the cave of Asena as a dragon saving the whole savior of Yord.
Please.
Yeah, please.
Over. Whatever we need to say to,
Over.
end the question.
Okay, let's see. How do I answer that with the confines of commune while trying to also be on your side here?
I could make it smaller if you want.
The wisdom of the traveler in silver mist transcends all worlds.
Well, I already know it was pretty wise. What does that even mean? He won't. That's an extra question.
The spell
Well,
has
I'm
now-
sure that Oriel wouldn't mind clarifying what they said. Oriel, would you mind jumping in?
The spell has now ended. The spell has now ended. You are now just talking to Oriel, who's no longer channeling the prophetic powers of the Archangel Erathael. Under the circumstances, this dragon of silver wisdom that you're talking about, who is not currently in my field of knowledge because I'm busy with other things, but if they are a transplanar prophet or source of wisdom, then they would have the ability to bestow upon the wise, those with the gift of prophecy, those with the gift to transcend their planar boundaries, to transmit information to them about possible futures.
So somebody told somebody to put it on the wall.
A prophet of that world must have had mental contact with this traveler in silver mist, who had gazed on the time stream and seen one possible future where you delivered salvation to that world.
Well, that's good enough for me. Thank you, Angel.
Okay, go ahead.
Oriel, speaking about this not being in your purview, where are you actually headed to right now?
Yeah, you got like some important stuff going on.
I move to a distant prime battlefield where the forces of chaos encroach upon an innocent world.
Oh. Which world is that, if you don't mind sharing?
Earth.
If the DM knows. Oh, what? Oh.
With an O.
Oh.
John Carmichael.
Oh. Earth.
Yes, an
Okay.
O.
There's an Earth with an O.
There's actually Earths with a lot of different vowels, but E and O are the most well known.
Orth.
Yes, Earth.
Only
well, if it's
less
O-Earth.
Earth.
Yeah, I mean, if it's O-Earth, who cares? No, but for real though, wow.
Do they have
Wild.
Scooby-Doo in O-Earth?
I probably do.
If they
Although it's
do-
probably Skebby D, if I would be following the logic there.
I know not of what you speak, mortals, but time is of the essence.
Jonkies, Skeb. Or is it junkies? Are the E and the I and the no, the E and the O
All the
and the I and the
vowels.
To
U.
languish in the bounds of chemical dependency.
You know what we should have asked? John turns to Asena. Which portal would get us back exactly where we wanted to go? That would have been incredibly useful.
Why didn't we ask actually helpful questions?
I know. I feel like whenever you're put on the spot, it's like that conversation when someone gets away and you're like, oh, I have the perfect burn, but now they're gone. And, you're in the shower like, oh, I totally would have rocked that
Yeah,
conversation.
If only we could travel time. Go back.
Ooh, that's a good point. Maybe you should get presents again. I think you get really messy with time when you have presents delivered to you.
Presents.
Yeah, national corporate holiday or whatever you call it.
Oh, I didn't know we went through time. I thought we
Well-
were just moving fast.
The power
Well,
of the gift giver transcends time, space, and the rules of the game itself.
You are aware
You
of
know
national corporate holiday?
Santa?
Yes, obviously. Not on a personal level, but it's relevant to Earth traditions.
Wait, Earth or Earth?
No, with an E, with an E.
Okay, Earth.
There's an
Okay.
equivalent of that holiday on Earth as well, but on your world, it's particularly connected to religious symbolism. Therefore,
Well, I mean, depending on who you ask, but yeah. I get what you
not
mean.
strictly, but if you look at the original origins and the current manifestation of that tradition, it does have ties back to a relevant area that I need to know about for my job.
That's true. You're absolutely right. Well, Oriel, thank you very much for all of your help, for hearing us out, and for blessing us with your gift. I'm certain that it's going to help us get along the right path. Your answers to our questions have been most helpful, and we'll do everything that we can to follow the wisdom that you've laid before us. I know that Asena will find it hard to provide the mercy that you've requested, but aside from that, everything else should be absolutely doable. We already do that anyway, so.
The straight and narrow path is not easy, but it is worth it. Asena, if you take up this holy vow here and now, then the gifts of the light will descend upon you.
Wow,
Like
that's a pretty good deal.
Immediately?
Yes. All that is asked of you is to walk a true path from here forward. And if you choose to set your foot upon it, then you are upon it. And the gifts of the Celestia will be yours.
Would you do?
Is there a trial period?
Should you stray from the path, the light will leave you until you return to it.
Oh.
Oh.
And the way back is always harder.
Ooh.
Oh. If I do, would you visit sometimes? Maybe?
I have many duties that keep me busy throughout the multiverse, but your task and your charge is important. So yes.
Tiamat's Tiamat's handler visits me once a month. Maybe you could visit Asena once a month as like a nice counterbalance between good and evil.
Yeah, I think it would be good because John has a pact. So if I have a pact, that would be good.
Maybe you could even come every 3 weeks, because then it shows that good is winning over evil. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
The frequency
And,
of
like-
visits is not something that really ties into the whole which side is better, but Asena, I will speak to you once a month, and if you find yourself in a moment of need, call upon me, and hopefully I won't be in the middle of a titanic battle against an archdevil or something like that.
You can call upon me during your battles too.
Oh, shoot.
Noted.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, you could have a fragment of a wisdom dragon.
Future
And a
plot hook
magicless wizard.
activated.
I considering the fact that I would get monthly visits, or at least mental visits, from such a beautiful angel as yourself, I would like to move forward.
I'm gonna go get Asena some water because I think she's parched right now.
Look at him! Look at how gorgeous he is!
I see him. Trust me, I'm looking.
We are all looking respectfully on this day.
Some of us are more respectfully looking than others, but we are looking for sure.
Okay. With that, he will go ahead and lay one of his hands on your shoulder, Asena, and you feel a thrill charge through your entire body. That feeling you get when you're going to visit somebody who you really care about, or when you first see somebody after a long wait between times. That level of excitement and comfort and hope surges through you. Now, I was supposed to look this up beforehand. Not only are you going to gain the first, let's take a look here. Okay. You immediately gain the benefits of the Sanctified Fist subclass, which I laid out for you earlier and will pull up momentarily. However, you also gain the benefits of the Celestial Patron feat.
What?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes. I'll paste all this out for you.
Okay.
Once per day, you can gain advantage by calling on Oriel on any roll. And once per day, you can try to reach out to Oriel, and you'll make a wisdom check. And if you succeed, Senpai will notice you. Whether that means that he shows up immediately or just sends some sort of blessing or aid or whatever is up to discussion.
Whoa.
I got a pretty awesome patron.
Did we just bring concordance into Coriander? Because it seems like we just brought concordance into Coriander.
It's not quite the same because, again, this is a feat, but I pasted it out there in the chat. John, as I said earlier, the road back is always longer and more perilous. You have obstacles to overcome before the light can descend upon you, but I will not leave you to face this challenge unblessed. Do you want blessings from on high, or do you want rage of angels, John?
Do I get to know what either of them are?
No. Because it's more fun this way. You can change later if you don't like it.
Rage of Angels sounds like John's territory, considering the influence of the Infernals. But Blessings from on High sounds awesome. Let's go with Rage of the Angels. That sounds amazing.
Okay. Oriel will set his hands upon you and tell you this. Should your pact with Tiamat lead you to inflict harm, the light will pass from you. Tread carefully, but good may come of it, for there are other struggles in battlefields where this millstone about your neck may yet be salvation for others. You gain the benefits of the Rage of Angels feat. Your strength increases by 1.
Oh.
And whenever you roll a critical hit, you can immediately take the attack action again.
Oh, whoa. Okay. That's pretty cool.
Pause if you want that instead. You can have it. You'll still get the visitations, but you won't get the call once a day thing.
I mean, can we switch?
I want to.
Yeah, you
I
can
want to
switch if
talk
you
to my
want.
angel. No.
Okay.
I mean, because I wouldn't mind telepathy. I'll be honest. Like,
So the telepathy, I wrote that wrong. The telepathy is only with your patron if they're on the same plane of existence as you. It's not like it just gives you fiat telepathy all the time. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha. Wow. I mean, that's pretty cool. That is really cool.
Unless you have any further need of me, the burden of my battle ahead grows great.
There is one more thing.
Yes,
Do
mortal.
you like to go to balls?
My solemn duties seldom include time for such joys.
But what if this joy was also in assisting with defeating an outer dark being, an elder darkness from beyond time and space?
The next time you call upon me, send me an invitation and we'll talk.
Okay, understandable.
Good enough for me.
Enjoy fighting with Skibby D and
Yeah.
the rest.
Skibidi and his stupid tree.
Best of luck on your big, important battle.
Should the two of you come across any armament that would be useful for the forces of righteousness, hold on to it, please, and I will see to it that it makes its way to where it's needed.
Oh.
We will.
Can you give us
hold
an
on
example?
to armaments.
Laser rifles, explosives, shotguns, artillery weaponry, interesting things you pick up along the way that you don't necessarily need, but that somebody could use.
I mean, here's the thing. I absolutely have a ton of that I'd be willing to offload on you, but I don't have my bag right now.
I've got the coolest laser gun.
But you've been using that one, right? So I'm not asking for your things that you need to save the multiverse. I'm asking for whatever else you can find.
We could find you some stuff at the ball. Just saying.
Very well. Both of you go with my blessing. I have demons to thwart.
Goodbye, Oriel. Thwart those demons.
And remember that for the next 24 hours, you both have the benefits of a bless spell as well. Swoosh.
John looks over at Asena and kind of like nudges her on the shoulder. I hate to see him leave, but I love watching him go. You know what I mean?
Like him floating away.
Like he has a nice ass, yeah.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait till he's gone or something.
Well, I mean, he's gone, but not forgotten.
That was exciting. That was random.
That was incredible. I mean, like we just spent the last 4 hours catching up with heaven. I mean, that's amazing. You know, then I've been on this journey for like, I don't know, a decade, and I've come across all sorts, all manner of creatures and beasts and monsters and horrible abominations. And I've never once met a celestial being. And now, the very first time I do, it's a freaking seraph. Are you kidding me? That was amazing. Ah, I got goosebumps. Do you have goosebumps right now?
I have a lot of goosebumps.
And oh my gosh, Asena, John kind of like brushes against her cheek. You're glowing. Like you actually have like a glow going right now.
Look at me.
That's pretty
I'm
fantastic.
Holy.
Yes, you are indeed. Wow.
I mean, it's not that hard not to kill people. I mean, it's a little hard because I'm like good at it, but like, I
And
kinda
hey,
felt
check.
like I did the right thing most of the time anyway.
You did. No. I mean, obviously, it's not like you're you're not a murderous person. I think just sometimes you don't expect people to be as weak as they can be. That's all. So you'll have to
Yeah.
pull your punches a bit now.
We just gotta be careful. And if
And
not,
turn
it
on
was
safe
an
search.
accident.
Well, as long as it was really an accident, I don't know if the host of heaven is going to take kindly on, cherry picking your language.
He could know my intentions, right?
Should, yeah.
It's not about whether he knows your intentions. It's about whether you know your intentions.
And you know what they say about the road to hell?
I don't know.
Oh, it's paved with good intentions. That's
Oh,
how apparently I found myself there. Is no matter how much good I want to do, it doesn't matter in the end when we're judged. I don't know if is heaven and hell.
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
no, it is, I guess, depending on where. Gosh, the multiverse, crazy. I never really thought about that before, but yeah, it's true. Those are real places.
I wonder if he's headed to that demon castle we passed.
That's possible, but I doubt that castle was on Scooby-Doo Earth or Skibidi Earth or whatever.
He was in the astral.
Well, yeah, but he said he
that's
was heading
He's
to.
going to Oerth.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to Oerth?
I have never been to Oerth, but I have heard of Oerth before.
It just seems so weird that that planet copied yours.
It's just kind of weird that there's just a lot of Earths, but they all have different, names. I always thought it was just different versions of Earth. Like some would be called dirt, some would be called terra, some would be called land. Like I kind of figured that would be, everyone would call it something that has to do with soil. I didn't realize they were just going to take Earth and just change the letters around. You know what I mean?
Well, what the heck is a Yord?
I'm going to be honest. That one's very left field for me. I've not encountered a world that had that structure of naming before. But I think it all depends. There's been a lot of really weird worlds. Some worlds don't even have proper names. They just have like descriptors.
How do people talk about them?
I went to a place called Dark Sun one time. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think the naming thing is important to some cultures more than others, and some places even have their own worlds confused. But anyways, enough of that. We should probably hop back in Rocco and finish heading where we're going. We were only like an hour out. Hopefully, we haven't drifted too far off of where we're supposed to be.
So, on that note, you were heading back to Pyre Space to meet up with Indogalad, right? Indogalad and the Pilgrims get geared back up, meet up with some friends, and go from there. Was that the original plan?
I believe so. We have friends.
Okay. Now, John.
Yes?
Here's one thing. Mm-hmm. You've been given some tasks by Oriel, who has promised to restore your magic if you fulfill those tasks.
Correct.
You could work on those right now instead. Having your magic back would also help you get back the briefcase and deal with the society.
That's true, but
or you could try to head to Earth. Or Earth if you felt like.
Like, I was going to say, wait a minute.
No, either. You're in the astral plane. You just think about it. And as long as it isn't somehow sealed. The thing is, you didn't ever have direct access to the astral all this time. Otherwise, you could have just,
I mean, that's a good point. But here's the thing. If we head to Earth and John tries to contact his original lodge, which is not a thing anymore, it's probably been reestablished, he would have to try to figure out how to get back in contact with the Coriander Society and hopefully be able to explain without getting them caught again. And this time, there wouldn't be any teleportation magic because I'm assuming we'd be heading where they were going. So we wouldn't be able to slip again. I'm assuming they have no idea how we did what we did. So as long as we stay everywhere but Earth, we have a chance of being able to just reset until we eventually figure it out. So I think Earth is probably not the safest bet, even though it could be just the simplest, easiest solution. But John would never trust the simplest, easiest solution. He'd rather hedge his bets. True. So, and really, two of John's quests are fairly easy. It's the saving of St. George, which is going to be rather difficult. But John has Asena now. But how will we get back to Lacunus?
Wish upon a star. I don't know. Is there no portals in Earth or?
There probably are. I mean, there has to be, right? Let's see. And John's going to think about Lacunus.
And Rocco starts heading off in a different direction.
Well, we were an hour away from our return to Yord, wherever it would put us in Yord. But then we have to try to figure out where we are and get back to Northport. See, the only reason why I would like to get us back to Yord is because we have, in presumably 1 or 2 days, the funeral of your
The
grandfather.
funeral.
Mm-hmm. And we've left everyone kind of in the lurch. We went off on some really tangential side quest and ended up getting ourselves involved in some really major shit. I kind of feel like
it wasn't our fault. Okay, it was a
It
little
wasn't.
bit my fault, but
no, it wasn't. I mean, honestly, you probably saved us to say that we were going off world anyway. All you did was delay our probably inevitable showdown with whatever's going to happen with the society. But I feel like I'd rather have this showdown on our terms, not their terms. So I guess our two options are: do we go to Lacunus, save St. George, and get my magic back, and then we can kind of go wherever because I can teleport, and with your ability to rip us out of teleports, we're back in business at being able to go pretty much wherever we want. Or do we go back to Northport and get together with our allies, explain what's happening, and then kind of approach this a bit more methodically?
Lacunus has cool guns,
Lacunus do be having cool guns.
and we need guns.
As long as you don't mind missing the funeral, that's
You
really
don't
my
think I
main
could
concern.
get there and back?
If we rush this, yeah, I guess we could. Let's see. We had 3 days from the evening we were captured. So if we count that day as part of a day, then that's 2.5 days. If we count the last bit of travel as a half day, we've got 2 days or so. Give or take if my math is correct to get back. So yeah, I mean,
I think we could make it.
let's do it. And then we spend the next 2 days in transit getting to Lacunus. Yeah, no, we're going to go for it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
John's going to put a looping video while we're waiting. Sorry to interrupt you. John's going to put a looping video of just Oriel like dancing for us in Rocco while we're in transit.
You
with
made a deep fake
his-
of the Archangel.
Yeah, exactly that.
Oh, the light has left your body. No, it's fine.
They didn't say thirst. It wasn't a part of being a good person.
Yeah. Nope, that's true. That's true. Roll 1d4.
1d4. A 2.
Okay. Travel will take 20 hours.
20 hours.
What?
Mm-hmm.
20 hours. Wow, that's a whole day. That means
Yeah.
we'd only have a little over a day. All right, well, get
That's
a lot
not good.
done. We don't know that.
That means
so
we're gonna run into more things.
It's entirely possible, which is why we'll stay in the hole. And hopefully those genies don't come back looking for us. Although now we have a dual disc that can make a very, very realistic looking Oriel. So we might have just what we need in order to avoid any future encounters.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sure impersonating a god is fine.
For the greater good, impersonating the
greater
herald of a
good.
god should be fine.
We were just drawing your picture on the rock.
Like a caveman?
Like a really impressive caveman.
Please stand by.
A
while we
caveman
roll.
with a Nokia.
20. Why is it a Nokia?
Because it sounded funny. Oh my goodness.
Wow. 20 hours later and 0 encounters.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yep.
I love it. I'm
An
here for it.
encounter triggers on a 96 or higher, I believe. Yep, a 96 or higher.
That's funny.
I don't see anything in there.
Wow. Dude.
Okay.
Epic.
Dawn.
We really are blessed.
We are. Oh my god, we're wasting almost our whole bless on just this
Oh
travel.
my god!
All
You
right.
should have asked him to like teleport.
Hey, wait.
somewhere.
No. Time doesn't pass here. Time doesn't pass here, remember? You said so yourself.
Time doesn't pass in the astral.
It kind of passes. I'm
We don't have
going,
to eat or drink or poop and
but you still move and like times you can still talk and conversations still happen. in
we're
order.
the host of heaven have
I
kept
am-
our
Time passes, but so does your objection. So for this, just this once, that seems fair.
Okay.
After, okay, Pods, roll 1d100 for me, please.
Uh-oh.
21.
21. Okay. After hours and hours and hours of travel, you finally find yourself before a spinning pool that looks like liquid metal floating in the astral.
Sorry, you said 20 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goody. John's going to make a bunch more items. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to make them.
Yeah,
You know,
go ahead and do that in the background. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You have come across a color pool that leads to a prime material world. When you focus on Lacunus, it continues to pull you and Rocco towards this enormous color pool. It's probably like 30, 40 feet across.
Can I let go of Rocco and go in the color pool?
Yes, you can. John, are you following?
Yes. Do we have to take a long rest during this time, or are we don't have to sleep, right?
You don't have to sleep.
Cool. Yes, I absolutely go along.
Okay.
And we give our fond farewell to Rocco.
Goodbye, Rocco.
All right. You pass through the color pool. Immediately, hot, blowing, dry air is on you. You can see heat mirages shimmering off the cracked, gravelly surface that extends in all directions. There's a lurch as gravity reasserts itself over your body. After spending so long in the Silver Sea, it's almost an overwhelming feeling at first. You have returned. This looks a hell of a lot like Lacunus. Pods, Asena, unlike some of the other color pools you've been to in the past, you can still kind of see this one after you emerge into the prime material plane.
Like it's staying there?
Yes, it's invisible to everybody and you can barely see it. It's like a shimmering mirage, but you know it's still there.
Huh. I think I could slip back into the astral over there.
Really? Oh, wait, I can't see it, right? Never mind.
She can say that though.
Am I in that weird, like, I can't talk phase, or can I actually, like...
No, you can talk. You
Oh.
stepped through. Yeah, you went through the portal. Because
Okay.
remember, this isn't like, so a portal that goes from this place to this place tunnels through the astral plane. That's when Asena
Yeah.
can be like freeze time and such. A color pool is a direct link. There's no conduit. It's just a hole in the astral that goes to a place. So when Asena goes through one of those, that freezing time thing doesn't happen.
Oh.
You've used these to go places to get back from the astral before, but Asena's never seen it once you go through.
Interesting. Okay. I feel like we should probably stay the course, but this is good to note that this is here.
John, roll a Arcana check, please.
Ooh, yes, please.
16. No more than 30% of color pools are two-way. Most
Wait,
of them
one
are
more time?
Most astral color pools are one-way trips. They lead from the astral to another plane, not the
But this is
way
two-way?
back. This is a two-way portal.
Oh, cool.
And that's what that roll was, to see where it
What
was.
does that mean?
Well, now we know a way that we can just get to and from the astral without having to have you do your little cheat. We can just travel here
Yeah.
and get back to the astral from this pool.
So we should, like, save this spot somehow.
Yeah, John's absolutely putting that in his phone to know when this thing dumps out. We'll know where to find it in Lacunus.
Cool. Can your phone like geolocate you here? There's not really a whole lot of.
Well, not in the astral, but once we get to Lacunus.
Okay.
I'm on the ether, the Imaginet,
True.
the literal Ethernet.
Okay. It takes a moment for the thing to warm up and inform you of where you are. But when it finally does, roll a science check, please, John.
Science. 26.
Okay. From your past notes on this, you realize that you are standing in an area that was it's a place where nuclear weapons were used. Some of the few nukes that they had on the planet when the dragons invaded were detonated here.
Uh-huh.
And it's radioactive.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
Do I know where we are?
Yes. You are here.
Why can't I see where we are?
Do you see darkness or what?
No, I just see a map.
Yeah, there's a symbol. This symbol.
Oh,
here.
is that us? Is that
That's
us?
you.
Okay.
On this planet, that's you.
Okay. I was like, kept seeing that. I was like, that's not us. It would have our faces if that was us. Okay. Do we have, well, I don't have my briefcase on me, so I don't have anything like that. Radioactive, you say. We need to get the hell out of here, John says. Does John recognize this area in the slightest? I mean, geolocating, I know where we are, but like, does John recognize this as a place that he's traveled before?
You haven't traveled here before. You're southeast of the Voski capital city. You are southwest of the Pit of Shadows, where Gilwargus stands guard. This area, it's kind of out of the way, and there's no water or anything, so it's usually desolate and abandoned. But until Doddir took the...
Thank you, Doddir. Where does Doddir usually hang out?
More up this way now.
More up that way. Okay.
Yeah, this curve right here, sure, vehicles can get over the mountains without too much difficulty, but this curve right here is the best place. Like, it's where the desert actually breaks around the mountains, and up here is Ulhar territory. So this gap right here is sort of a no man's land. That's why nukes were used here back in the day. And the Renegades used to use this to sort of get out into the deep desert where nobody would find them. But ever since Doddir took over, they've more been settling around here.
Gotcha. Okay.
You're kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. But we also have those communication.
Did that not work? Did it work? Really?
Okay, now my radio thing isn't working properly. I'll have to fix it all. Anyways, we got our radios from here, so we should be able, since we're not too far from Voski area, we should be able to
How
try
many
to reach out
miles
to
is
them.
that?
Well, probably a lot. It's 960 miles.
You're almost 1,000 miles away.
I'm going to look back at my notes that say comms, local a few miles, distance a lot further. You never gave me a specific. But what does a lot further mean?
It means you think it's theoretically possible.
Okay, well, John's going to try to, I don't know if he can increase the signal.
Okay, roll a electron. Do you have proficiency in any toolkits? And Asena, while he's doing this, are you doing anything?
No.
Okay, you're standing there in the desert, soaking down rads.
I'm gonna kick rocks.
Okay, roll a d20 to kick rocks. Okay, you ineffectively kick rocks.
Dang it. There's no rocks to kick.
Aren't any good rocks, at least.
John has hacking tools. Would you like me to use hacking tools?
Yeah, let's do that.
Cool. I'm going to... And that's going to be intelligence hacking tools?
Mm-hmm.
A 19. If that fails, I have a thing.
You're pretty sure that you can hack this to work. However, as you're doing this, you also realize this is the planet that your technomagic cell phone comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning that there are people who can take your calls. And because that's powered by magic, assuming it's still on you, which I think it is, right? You could probably get those people to pick up the phone at any distance. Because, again,
then I'll
magic.
call them. Absolutely.
Okay. The one person whose number you have, I believe, is Manda, the technician for the Red Cross Knights.
I don't have. There's no number to the Voski capital.
They're not on the same system, but so you can probably reach them if you can probably reach them with your tweaking, or you can reach Manda on the cell phone.
Okay, well, Manda gets a little weird sometimes. I am gonna absolutely call Manda, but I do want to get that signal going to let Voski know that we're here.
Okay.
Yes? Hello?
Oh, hi, my communications are broken. Can you help?
Who? John!
Yes.
What's going on? What do you need?
We're trapped in a radioactive desert. We need pickup.
Okay, send me coordinates.
Sending right now.
And
You
John
are
does that.
way out there. Hold on, plotting a trajectory.
And by plotting a trajectory, I mean seeing if I have the vehicles for this area saved so I can calculate that. If not, I will do it live.
Is this working now or still not?
No, I've got you. I've got you. Hang on.
How about that? Is that better?
Did you turn on evil mode? Are you calling from hell? You still sound technological, but like evil technology. Okay.
It's the signal.
We'll be there in an hour.
Alrighty, thank you very much. They're going to be here in an hour, so they'll be able to pick us up. In the meantime, I'm going to reach out to Manda. Are you okay? Do you sense anything? Do you feel like you're growing extra arms, Asena?
Sorry, I thought that was you talking to Manda.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind.
That was Manda on the line.
Okay, I didn't get
My
it.
bad. I was confused.
No, okay, perfect. Well, they'll be here in an hour. That's
Mhm.
great. Then John will spend his time trying to connect with the Vasky capital.
Okay. You got a 19 and you're able to not only connect to, you find a channel that's active, but it's one of their encrypted battle channels.
Oh.
But you are able to access it. Do you broadcast anything?
Yeah. John Carmichael, SOS.
Interloper. This is an authorized channel only. Confirm last transmission.
Transmission
Does that mean you send
confirmed.
it again?
Soldier, do you know who John Carmichael is?
Confirm this is John Carmichael.
Confirmed. Over.
Stand by.
I don't think that was a really good way to confirm that you are who you say you are.
I mean, I don't really know what they expected me to do. I mean, I'm either going to lie and say that I am, or I'm just going to say yes.
Yeah, like, do they think that if you ask a second time, it'll be like, oh, you caught me?
I mean, they could have done like a CAPTCHA or something. I don't know.
CAPTCHA?
Yeah. Could have been like, what's something only John would know? And like they would even know. Come on, I could literally say anything. I've literally said anything and they don't understand it anyway.
Exactly.
I think you find it a little harder to pull that off on me, John.
Hey, how's it going?
What brings
Are
you
you-
by my little world?
Well, not so little.
We
Casimir.
need help!
What can I do for you two? Hello, Asena. Good to hear from you as well.
Hello.
Well, we got ourselves in a bit of a pickle, and Manda's currently en route to pick us up. They'll be here in an hour, but we're stuck in a radioactive wasteland and need extraction and assistance. We are not in a good way, Casimir. I'm hoping we can get your help.
All right, send along your coordinates. Let me see what I can do. You said an hour for Manda?
That's
and
correct.
hers to show up? All right. Let me see what I can do. And if I have anyone in the area.
By the way, go ahead.
We can't have the two of you cooking inside and out in the desert.
It's hot out here.
Quite.
And Casimir, is everything all right? Apparently, I accessed a war channel, and are you actively engaging right now?
Merely precautions. Standard patrols.
You sound a bit weird. Everything all right?
There's always a lot going on, John. Don't let it bother you.
All right. Well, we'll speak when I see you next.
Excellent.
Okay, let me see what they can do and if they can get there faster. Okay. What voice did I use for... That's one of the problems, is remembering like voices I haven't dug out for a long time. Let's see.
That's true. That's true.
Right? Okay. There's going to be a few minutes while they figure out what they can do to help you out. In the meantime, I need both of you to roll Constitution saving throws.
Oh, goody. That's soon already, huh? Now, you said this place was irradiated. Does John understand if there's anywhere we can go that's not so irradiated around
I'll
here?
let you do a survival check after. So why don't you do a survival check first?
Thank you.
And Asena, if you want to make a survival check as well, you are welcome to do so. Asena is completely unaware of the lingering radiation and has absolutely no-souled it. Just shrugged it off like it's nothing. All right.
When John looks around, go ahead.
No, you're able to look around and you figure that if you move towards the mountains, you might be able to find some places that are less glowing. Like, it's not literally glowing, but if you had a Geiger counter, it'd be clicking right now.
Asena, can you expedite us? Can you summon your spectral wings and fly us away from this area and maybe closer towards the mountain? I think you're... Like the radiation. Yeah, ruined your voice box there.
I don't know how far it can go, but we could try.
If you don't mind, that would be fantastic. Do you glide or fly? I forget.
Like glide. Is there a rock nearby we can like climb on?
Kind of in the flatlands right now. The rocks
Oh.
are...
I'll say that.
Yes.
Here, John goes ahead and just grabs hold of her hand. Teleport us straight up with your rift ability and then fly.
Okay.
How far can you teleport with that? Or do you have Dimension Door now?
I do have a door.
That's
400
right.
feet. That's 400
Oh,
feet.
yeah.
Okay, that will get you some mileage.
Yeah.
All right. Because of that, if you want to expend those resources, John, you're going to be able to make your saving throw with advantage because you're putting some distance between you and the radioactive Earth.
Oh, thank goodness. This is 500 feet, by the way, Dimension Door.
Dang.
Mine says 200 feet straight. Oh, wait, upward. That's downward.
Oh, is yours different?
I don't know. Maybe I put it in wrong. Range 500 feet.
Yep. Then you can say 500 feet straight up.
A 19.
Cool. The two of you are going to avoid radiation poisoning. Congratulations.
Oh, thank
You
goodness.
successfully avoided drowning.
Thank goodness. I did not want to drown in radiation poisoning.
As you are doing that, a voice abruptly speaks into both of your minds. I have to pick which voice I want to use for this. I don't want to do that one. That's more Exarch. We'll just do this one. Yeah, that's fine.
We guide your vision. Follow the path we set before you to safety.
Mate, can you repeat that first part?
We guide your vision. Follow the path we set before you to safety.
Use the dragons, the Chronepsis dragons.
No. It sounds like the Seers.
Oh, like the Bosky Seers.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, mate, before we get too much farther from where we are, do we see the two-way portal here anywhere in these blasted lands?
If you retrace your steps, you can't see it, but Asena can.
Asena can see it. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, when they get out, John puts a pin on where this is so that way Asena can find it.
Okay. I'll mark it better later. Yay. All right. And in your mind, as this voice speaks to you, Asena, you feel pushed and pulled in certain directions. Not physically, but just like as if you're more familiar with this place than you ought to be. And you can't actually see the radiation, but it almost seems like it's being overlaid on top of the desert, a map of the actual radiation levels, just information springing into your head unbidden.
Oh, I get it. I think they're telling me to glide over here and go over there.
I think you're muted and I get 1 XP, Matt.
John.
I'll trust your word. Yes. Some holy thing gets more experience and grows stronger, apparently.
Indeed. John, you're seeing and experiencing the same things, but since you are not the one doing the gliding, it's like you're getting the impetus on what to do, but you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, because of all those things, you're not going to have to run a gauntlet of skill challenges or survival checks to get out of the radiation because you have a bunch of godlike psychers helping you and a flying dragon person.
Yes. John's just like Titanicing this thing, like, yes, a whole new
I'm
world.
king of the world.
Yeah, exactly.
This would make really good drone footage.
And speaking of which, John's camera is just like looking over.
Just recording it immediately.
Yes.
We now have overhead shots
Exactly. You have some
Gorgeous.
B-roll that you can throw in there
for
as
the
needed.
vlog.
Mm-hmm. Just about around an hour later, you see a drop ship on the horizon coming at you very, very swiftly.
Oh.
You recognize the flagship, the personal dropship of Athenius Voski,
Oh, fantastic.
who's currently serving as the Red Cross Knight.
That
That's
is
good.
who again?
Casimir's son.
Oh wait, I thought he couldn't have any kids.
He has a kid. His kid
Oh.
isn't. No, remember he.
Oh, right, the Red Cross kid.
his
Oh,
kid
that's
ran away
right.
to join the Red Cross Knights, and doesn't want to be
right.
the next prince.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
It's not long before they catch up with you, and your gliding isn't going to take you forever, right? It's not going to get you all the way. So they swoop down to your level and they open the pod, and you see Manda, Lynn's sister, holding on with the desert wind blowing her hair around in her tech armor, and she is going to she's going to fire a grappling hook in your direction, Asena.
Like at me?
Towards you, not at you, not like gonna impale you on its spikes or anything. Like throwing a line.
Oh, I catch it.
Great. As soon as you do that, she's holding on to the pneumatic, arms that lower that ramp. She's holding on with that, and her armor will pull the two of you in. It takes a moment, but you are able to. I'm gonna have you both roll acrobatics checks to see how cool you look.
Heck yeah, I'm all about looking cool.
Are we cool enough?
We do be
Yes.
cool.
Absolutely. John, why are you so cool?
Yeah.
I'm asking for a description. I'm not asking for you to brag about yourself, to clarify.
And where are we landing, just to clarify?
You're in the dropship. So you were midair. The dropship like flew next to you, and then she shot a grappling hook, and then when Asena grabbed it, pulled you in. You know how they always do in the movies and the games, where they're standing on the landing ramp, but they're still flying.
Okay, so
That bit.
I'd like to have Asena go first, because John's is going to be dependent on Asena's.
Okay. I mean, Asena only rolled an 18, so I wasn't going to ask her why she's so cool, but we're now in a position.
Okay, well, I'll tell you.
No, it's too late. We're there now. It's too late. Asena, why do you look so cool?
Because I do spins and stuff.
Okay. John, she's doing spins while holding onto you.
Well, that makes mine less cool, but I make it happen. When Asena's doing cool spins, after grabbing hold of the grappling hook and being pulled back, John just kind of very swiftly scampers onto Asena's back and just holds out their arms like in this big giant V, which at first looks really awesome as they end up using their magic, what little they have, to kind of have this nice like sparkly looking like fireworks go off as they are being pulled in, and then eventually gets just throttled around due to Asena's spinning, and it's more like just tracing clouds of dust in the air, and it's mostly silly, but it's also incredibly cool because he's not fallen off and died.
Okay. The two of you land extremely cool after doing pyrotechnics and dust trails and awesome spins and such on the ramp of the dropship, and Amanda will just sort of release, pull the grapple hook back into her armor, look at both of you, nod, and start walking up into the ship.
Thanks for coming out and getting us so quickly, Amanda. It's good to see you.
What's going on?
Well, we're in a bit of a pickle, but it seems like things are going poorly here. Everyone's very direct and to the point. What's going on specifically?
What do you mean?
Well, the last time we were here, everyone was very excited to see us, and there was a level of like, oh yeah, things are tough, but they're always tough, and we're going to be fine. But now it seems like everyone's on edge. What's happening? Are the Ulhar pressing into controlled territories again?
John, roll an insight check.
Be a 16, and if John fails, he has a thing.
No, this is a reminder more than anything else. Amanda's always been like this.
Okay.
So the way that she interacts, that's why she's saying, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wasn't it Manda that we interacted with the last time we were here?
It was Lynn. You guys traveled with Lynn.
No.
The rebel sister. The one who's like trying to kill all the robots.
Yes.
This is her sister who's with the Red Cross Knights instead.
That makes way more sense.
Also, former Exarchate, comes from the Techno Society.
Lynn is far more excitable. Manda is far more... sorry, there's a lot of characters.
Trust me, I get it.
Okay. No. Okay. You know what? You're right. The last time we were picked up, it was Lynn. My apologies. You're both very different. But, you know, it's in the face, and it's been a long time. Anyway.
We did come from the same batch. I guess it's understandable.
Exactly. Speaking of the same batch, there is a batch that I need to get myself back to at some points. Do you remember Go Wargus, St. George, leader of or former leader, I guess, of the Red Cross Knights, Pit of Shadows, that whole ordeal?
He stares at you.
Well, we're here to get him out of that, and I need your help.
Oh, good.
Good. Excellent. Well, that's why we're here. Also, we could use some of your pretty nifty upgrades. And John kind of holds open his duster to show that he has almost nothing to his name. Normally, he's got his bag of trips and arsenal of weapons. And currently, we're very much not. John just has a fork tucked behind his ear.
And I have a spoon.
And, yeah. He has an empty holster with no gun, bullets with nothing to put in them, and a couple of knickknacks and whatnots. So we could use some outfitting. Normally, neither do we, which is why we're hoping you can outfit us with something a little more punchy.
Oh, good. Okay.
Thanks.
The hydraulic bridge has now closed, and she's gonna step up, sort of dusting. She doesn't even dust the dust off of her armor, which is absolutely fitted with gadgets. She's got a grapple hook. She's got an integrated laser pistol, all sorts of different stuff. She has some cybernetic enhancements that were installed back when she was still with the Exarchate.
Oh,
the works. And of course, her sniper rifle.
Yes.
which is packed, like folded up on her back, Halo style, Destiny. No, Mass Effect style. How all the weapons like telescope out. That's how it works. So she is going to open, like several of the doors just open for her as she remote controls them, and takes you into a war room, a command room. It has a topographical holographic map of the surroundings of the whole desert and like a couple of nav points on it, a couple of other things moving around, and a icon, the symbol of the Red Cross, not the, thing that gives people blood in our world, but the Legend of St. George. So the old shield version of that. And sitting in this room is a man who, I don't know if you've ever met Asena, but you can immediately see the similarities with his father, Prince Casimir Vosky. This is definitely a younger version of him, but with somebody else mixed in there. Somebody softer, warmer, just as intense. He's wearing beautifully polished and, what's the word I'm looking for? Filigreed, with a layer of gold around the edges. Combat tactical armor. And he has at his side a sword. It's a metal sword, a real sword, but it's clearly been enhanced with Esper coils. It's a vibro blade, so it can cut through things like an electric knife. He's got long-ish hair and the symbol of the Red Cross emblazoned across him. And Amanda walks in, and Athenius will stand up and offer a hand to John. Insight checks from both of you, please.
Yes, please. I love doing that.
29 from John. 17 from Asena. Okay, Asena, he doesn't seem super friendly.
Oh.
John, you can tell that when he sees you, he sees his absent mentor, his hero, and the reason why he's gone. That's the first thing that comes to his mind.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give you like a politician handshake. He gives you the arm clasp warrior handshake still. And it's firm through the tactical combat gloves.
But not hostile.
But not hostile, yeah. I am Athenius Vosky, the Red Cross Knight. And he bows to you, Asena, in introduction.
Asena will try to bow back.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Asena.
I heard a lot about you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I think we've heard of you too.
My deeds mean more than my name. Amanda walks up and just says, they're here to get Gilwargus back. His demeanor changes drastically in a moment. Really?
Really. And John's still holding his forearm, kind of, again, not that he has the strength to match Athenius, but John did just get a nice little +1 boost, so he's a bit beefier than he has been in the past.
What's your strength score, John?
It's a 13. It hasn't really.
You're slightly stronger than him.
Oh, interesting.
He's an Esper Knight. His strength isn't in his body. It's in
his
psychic powers and such, and his armor.
Then yeah, John gives him a nice little grip then. Yeah.
Okay.
Again, not hostile, just matching tit for tat. We are here to remove the burden that was placed upon the original Red Cross Knight. Athenius, I want you to know just what happened back then. I never meant to burden Gilwargus with this task for any more than was necessary, and it was for the good of all worlds. This wasn't a slight on him or your order. And now that I have more information about what's happening, I'm here to set this right.
It is our place to bear the burdens that others cannot and should not. Reading between the lines, that doesn't mean you're forgiven. It might mean he gets it.
Well, luckily, John's not asking for forgiveness, just that he's here to help.
What of the threat?
Well, things have changed. We understand a little more about what we're dealing with. And I'm certain that John at least has talked to Gawargus about it, if not the higher ranking members of the Red Cross Knights, about what that being was, what the flesh of Kur meant.
You definitely confided in Gilwargus, and Athenia seems to have an idea of what it is.
Well, then John's going to give him a little more of an idea and explain just why his master was bound to that accursed place and why it was so important that he forever act as the shepherd and executioner of the beings that are born in that pit of despair. Kur, the original dragon, the endless being that can either be killed or destroyed, and apparently can barely be imprisoned, is seeking to return to this world, to this universe. And it seems as though the other great evils of the multiverse have come out of whatever holes that they've been hiding in throughout time and space to acquire this modicum of its power. And while I thought that by hiding these little pieces of the egg of rebirth across the multiverse would keep Kur from reforming, it seems to be doing more harm than good, as other beings are seeking these small little shards of its power for their own. And there's something greater, some greater design working towards reforming these pieces and bringing them back. I fear that by trying to safeguard these pieces and creating guardians to keep them safe, they may just be acting as beacons, and we're formulating another strategy with which to properly contain and seal Kur and their terrible attractive properties. So that means that we're going to have to revisit every world that these pieces were ever sealed, and we're starting here with Lacunus and freeing St. George. I mean, Gawargus.
He's the right man for the job, the Dragon Slayer himself.
That he is.
Do you have a way to remove it safely?
No.
And what of Drirgaka Duarte?
That's why I'm going to need your help. We're going to have to slay that terrible, unfathomable beast. And when they've been destroyed, having been... I mean, I'm not sure how much power they've gained by being infused with the flesh of Kur, but I'm certain it's great. And though they are bound to the pit of shadows, used as a vessel for this terrible spawning pool of dark creatures, I'm sure it's not going to be giving up. I mean, really, they've become a genus loci of sorts, and we're effectively going to be killing that entire land in order to bring down the essence of what that great creature once was. It was already approaching the twilight of its existence, where it is both humbled but incredibly powerful, and I'm certain that this power boost is going to be nothing short of monstrous. We're going to need to bring many of our allies to bear in order to destroy it, but we'll have, like you said, the Dragon Slayer, as well as, I'm assuming, at least the Red Cross Knights, if not
of course,
group of Voski Knights. I mean, we can do this. I know we can. It's just one more dragon.
You have our shields.
I hope to have your swords, but your shields will suffice.
Asena, I take it you're no stranger to battling dragons?
I mean, we fought a couple here last time.
Mm-hmm. Good. Good.
It's not my favorite thing to do.
It is not a choice, but a necessity. So, you think you can get my father to send his might along as well?
That's why we're hoping to head back to the capital. We were connecting with the Prince of Voski in order to reconvene. I'm hoping perhaps with this new task at hand, you might be willing to entreat with us. We could do a war council with your father in order to plan how best to utilize whatever forces they can spare with the Red Cross Knights to mount an assault against the Pit of Shadows.
And do you intend to seek out any other help?
I mean, I'll take whatever I can get, but we're kind of on the outs with the Exarchate currently. Although, I mean, their new, we changed the name. It's not Primarch. What was the new name?
The Exarch?
Yeah, the Exarch. Yeah. It's just the Exarch now? Okay.
My notes are pretty varied because we haven't been here for a while, and I sort of set this up being like they could go anywhere at this point. But yeah, the leader of the Exarchate. You had a
Prime Exarch, yeah.
The Prime Exarch. You had a conversation with them last time you were here. It wasn't an unpleasant conversation.
No, we're personally we're on good terms with them. We're just not on the best of terms with like their society as a whole because of what happened at the portal facility. But we could certainly try. Also, I'm not sure if Lynn would be able to get us any support from the coalition. I doubt they really care, considering how far away that is from their front.
I don't know if they would be. This is as much a spiritual matter as it is a physical one.
True.
And the Knights of Voski are espers as well as warriors, so they can meet it on that front. The Exarchate is likely to be immune to the darker powers of Drigaka Duarte and the Shadow Pit. Their help could be useful. I will make some calls, see who I can get on the line. The two of you, avail yourself of our armory, whatever it is that you need. Amanda, you'll assist them? She nods, sort of lightly.
And Athenia, see if you can also reach out to Dot here. I'm sure they'd be happy to go along with a mission like this. And make sure anyone that you speak with, don't just regale that we'd be saving a hero. Remind them that an elder evil, known as the Chronophage, is heading here to Lacunus, and this world will be absorbed and eaten by this creature within a year if we aren't able to get this terrible burden off planet. I'm sure that can spur them to action.
And then we won't be able to have our party.
Exactly. The gala will be, I mean, it'll be a whole big old broken rock. I mean, no one wants to have a gala on a broken rock.
Gala?
Oh! John turns back to Asena. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. Never mind. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
And
I mean,
on
unless
that...
he wants to know. We'll tell you later.
He's his son. It's not going to work.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to be the heir, right? So we're
exactly
helping him.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, Athenius, if you happen to know, and John's going to go ahead and take out one of their flyers. Actually, no, he doesn't have the briefcase. He does not get to take out one of their flyers. Son of a gun! We're having a party. We're forming a team. We're hoping to get your father a new heir. Since you're happy and fine doing what you're doing, saving the world in your own way. And so
we just thought we'd take the pressure off of you. Mm-hmm. Everybody's happy, and you wouldn't have to do that.
So if you know any good candidates, and John looks over at Manda, feel free to just to send them our way.
Manda and Athenius exchange a look for a moment, and I'm gonna have Asena and John both roll insight checks.
Yeah, I love those. Dirty 30.
Holy crap. Okay, so Athenius is a psychic. The Voski line, they're all psychics. So he is having a side conversation, a sidebar with Manda. Let's focus on the task at hand first.
I mean, you asked is the thing.
You're right.
Yeah. Those are lofty, plans once the world is saved.
Yes. We'll deal with that then. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and go to a break. Don't go anywhere, folks. More Coriander Society when we come back.